What's up, everybody? Gonna be starting very shortly. Just hanging out. Grumpy Grump, how you doing today? Peter, what's up? What's going on? Chilling like a villain. It's a rainy day here. I'm doing the same. People's games have been a blast experience. I'm excited for the jam to end to see what everybody's been up to. I don't play like submissions that are like early because you never know if people are gonna mess with them or change them or what. So I've been waiting for the jam to end. Leeson, what up? Floyd Walker, what up? Solar Scoot, what's going on? Smashing out, making a few levels. Oh, okay. Levels are nice. I wish I had a game with levels. I'm like way behind. I probably have 7 or 8 hours into my game so far. Part of it is just I'm swamped with other stuff. The other part of it is I'm really trying hard not to no life it. You know, I've done that before, and you know, we got a lot of beginners here too. So like, I'm not trying to make some epic end-all be-all Halo killer. If other people are still learning, you know, game development, that's not fun. Game still sucks to play, but it looks nice. Well, you got the weekend. All right, should we see what we're doing? Started the jam, then came down with a hard case of COVID. Oh, hope you're doing okay, dude. You're surviving. Okay. For the new peeps that don't know what we were doing, I'm going to show you. Last few hours trying to get 2D lights into my game and seeing if that worked with WebGeo game. It didn't. I had to dig around to fix it. I hate when you go down a path and then you lose time. That's why I did stuff like these for the spawn points. I totally could have made like a super elegant solution for spawning enemies, but I was just like, you know what if I just paste a bunch of objects all the way around? I did the same thing for the target points. Rather than figuring out how to make them, you know, target the objects specifically, I'm hard coding target points into it. It's just, yeah, you never know what you're gonna have time for or what systems you can cut and what systems you can't. But yeah. Say Halo's your favorite game ever, or do you have another game that's the best ever? That's hard though, because I think different games are important to you at different times, right? Like as a kid, yes, Halo was the best game ever. As an adult, I've had Halo Infinite installed on my Xbox since launch, and I haven't opened it. Not once. I haven't even had the desire to open it. You know? So is it the Halo franchise? And then I'm still upset at the Halo TV series too. Don't get me started on that. So we can spawn our own dudes here, and then if we press W, it starts a wave. Oh my god, these bots, man. These bots. Jesus. I accidentally featured one of those comments. for like 20 minutes on the other stream. It was just like chilling there, like up here in this little section right here where it says death is the only beginning. Not seen the TV series yet. It's I'm not caught up on it. I only watched the first like 3 episodes. It's okay if you don't want a Halo TV series. If you want a sci-fi TV series, it's fine. But if you want something that's Halo, you're gonna be disappointed. Anyway, favorite game. You know what game I really, really love that I put a lot of hours into lately is Inscription. Inscription is one of my new favorite games. It's fantastic. Halo's my favorite game of the 2000s. Dark Souls my favorite game of 2010. Star Fox 64. Yeah, exactly. If you want to do like decades, 2020s Inscription is my top favorite. All right, so we need to build combat now. Right, we need to build enemies. These guys need to be able to fight with these guys. And to do that, we need 2 different things. We need AI, and we need a little bit of animation on the player because they're gonna. Is that game that's made by Hand of Fate, made by a creator? I don't know. I don't know who made it. I know there was a Ludum Dare 34 game. Sacrifices Must Be Made, and I joined that Ludum Dare. That was when I made my gnome volcano sacrificing game. We had to sacrifice the gnomes to the volcano. It's really cool to see that come out of that jam. Adrian, what up? Yeah, okay, so we've got our dudes. Oh, we also need... Okay, there's weird visual glitches of them not submitting, or not, like, stopping walking when they're moving. Okay, so let's write some basic AI, which is probably the most boring thing that you could watch somebody actually write, especially when it comes to a visual code editor. Let's write some clunky AI in a visual code editor while on stream. Why not? Let's do it. Stargate, what up? Okay. We need a basic state machine, I'm thinking. We probably should do this on the actual units one here. Okay, so what do we need? We need current state, right? So we need just state in a string. Well, let's preface everything with AI. So AI state. Their state could be like moving, running, attacking. No. Let's keep the state separate from the action. So that's the other thing we need is new instance variable AI action. It's not number, it's a string. So the state would be it's either like non-combat or combat, pretty much. Skeletons are always in a death state. Can you use enum? There's no enums in construct, unfortunately, but I use strings as enums, sort of, because there's autofill for the strings if you use them before. So what I usually do is I use strings and then I pre-fill with the options, and then every time I go to set the string, it'll give me the options. It's sort of like an enum. How many missions do you think Jan will get? Nice to see over 3,500 join, but wonder how many will finish. I'm struggling to get mine finished. The highest submission rate I've ever seen on a jam was 50%. And that was Jim Jam. Y'all remember Jim Jam? Most of you probably don't know what Jim Jam is. That's okay. So if I had to put money on it, since we're dealing with a lot of beginners, well, we're heavily incentivizing submissions, man. We are. Free course for all submissions. Like, we're heavily incentivizing them. I think I'd be happy with 1,000 to 1,500 submissions. Yeah, I don't know if we'll get to the 1,500 mark though. We could try. So AI state and AI action. AI state is going to be, let's add a description here. So like, let's say combat, patrol, yeah, that's it for the state. Combat and patrol. This is a simple game. We don't need crazy AI. You see what I mean by enums? I'm just adding in the description what they are, so I know. Combat, patrol. AI action would be moving, hacking, defending. Right, so that's actually what it's doing. Only last year about 100. I'm sure I played them all. Yeah, there's about 100 last year. So we're leveling up this year, you know, like we're doing things next level. You reckon 500? Okay, we should put money on this. You don't want to start a gambling ring for the GameDev.tv jam? We can do it. We can make it happen. All right, so both the players and the enemies have an AI state, AI action. They also have a team, which means that their targets, for example. Oh, that's the other thing. So we need an AI target. That's going to be a number because it's going to be a UID. So that being said, we are going to add a new family, and we're going to call this. So the castle. No, we can't do that. We can't do that because the enemy targets are going to be different than the player targets. $800 joined, 100 submitted. Yeah, last year's jam. I mean, we didn't fully support it as much as we did last time. That's nobody's fault. That's just Yang was running it with like no support, like he's done for the past several years. So, dude, shout out to that dude. He's really helped kickstart this whole thing and get it running. I really appreciate all his work on it. Sad I'm running out of time. I had a few hours at it, so I don't think I'll be one of the 800. You can. I believe in you. Listen. You guys don't have to submit full games. They don't have to be fully complete games. They can be partial prototypes. Look where I'm at right now. Look what I have. I have this. This is what I have. Okay. Like 7 days into the gym, this is what I have. My game's not gonna be a pretty tied up. Matter of fact, this might be the most bootleg game I've ever submitted for a jam, just because I haven't been able to put the time in it. But I'm gonna submit. I don't even need the free course, because perks of working with GameDev.tv is you get all the courses. You don't. I got all the courses. I'm good. Okay, I need to stop. Less talk, more do. Do or do not. There is no talk. That's what Yoda said. Okay, so we're gonna say every X seconds. We're just gonna hardcode this every 3 seconds. Actually, we're gonna create a new. I want a shader graph course. Don't we? No, we don't. I think I can't. Stop it. Stop it. I can't say nothing. I can't. Add group AI. So AI group, every 3 seconds we're gonna go through for each units. Doesn't the game jam until May 31st? Depends on where you're at in the world. For every unit, for me, this ends the 30th. So exactly 50 minutes from now and 3 days from now. So I've got the weekend. So it ends on Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so every 3 seconds, we're going to go through each unit, and then AI action, or where the AI state is patrol. Right? So we're looking for enemies that aren't doing anything, or units. We're probably going to need a function called unit set target. Eventually. We're going to need one of those. Steam dealer, what up? So every 3 seconds for every unit that's in the state patrol. Actually, we're also going to need a function called unit set state. Unit UID. Or those would be state string. Units UID. It's UID. It's 3 days, but it's already at 28th. Yeah, it depends on where you're at in the world. Bug smashing and boss fight today. Sweet, man. Sweet. Sweet. Okay, so this is, for now, all this is going to do is this is just going to pick the unit, set the variable, AI state to state. Rather than set target, this should be find target, right? Yeah, because find target is going to depend on okay, so AI state is patrol. So if it's patrol, then what we want to do is we want to call the function find, add an S in here just to show. Every time we say units, we refer to player and enemy. So that's why I'm keeping the S everywhere. It's just a naming convention, so I know that. Units find target. This would find the target. Units UID. Okay, so every 3 seconds for every unit that's in patrol, find a target. And it could be in patrol because it just spawned, or it could be in patrol because it killed its previous target. Is Essex making a game? I don't know. We have to ask him. Yeah, Rick's making one with his daughter. I've been trying to stay online every day, even if it's for an hour with everybody, just to let everybody know I'm still doing it. We're still here. We're still. You guys are not in the software and GameDev. We should be. Is there a game dev category now, or I thought it was just a tag? Thought it was just a tag. Software and game development, they changed it. Oh, okay. Updated it. Thank you. It's about time, man, because game development was... Twitch needed a category for game development. It sucks they looped us in with software. But it is what it is. Okay, so if it's in patrol, it's going to find a target. How does it find a target? Well, it's a good thing you asked. We're going to break this down into enemy or player. So if units variable team equal to player, or team is equal to enemy. Right? It's player or enemy. It's one of the two. There's a UI team too, but that's just for dragging and dropping, and so we don't actually want to give any AI to the thing I'm currently dragging and dropping. Time for rest, sleep, part of the jam for me. I hope you guys get them skeletons some friends because they have no body. Oh, Peter. Oh, Peter. Oh, Peter. Have a good night, dude. Take your puns with you. Sad each jam to see newbies upload in time but have no one able to play because you get that 90% bug. Is that a common issue in Unity? Exporting to WebGL, it gets stuck at 90% or something? So if the team is equal to player, we're going to pick the nearest. Well, actually, the units are going to have a target. Yeah, let's create a... AI targets. AI targets. It's going to be a string. And then we're also going to need a new one called... I thought I added one. AI current target. UID. AI state, AI action, AI targets, and AI current target. So if the team is equal to player, we ignore their targets just because our guys are only going to kill their guys. If they are enemy, first we're going to check what their targets are. If AI targets equal, it'll equal units, buildings, all. So actually, we won't even need a third one for all. Make this an OR block. It's an OR block. So if it's all OR, and then we do individual AI for buildings and units. I'm going to update this real quick. Current targets would be all units. Wrong one. That's the UID. Okay, so if team equals player, pick nearest to itself. That becomes the target. Units, find target, and then I guess we do need a set target. Set target. UID. Oh no, target type. No, target UID. Okay, so we can use a family. So we can do unit enemy, unit player, or castle. And we'll call these AI targets. And then either way, whatever UID we give them here, we pick AI targets UID. And target, oops, other way around. The units UID and then target UID. Hammer does not take a string. It's supposed to be a string. It's supposed to be a number. There we go. So now I've got units and AI targets. We've got both of those. So in player's case, we pick the nearest unit enemy. Kent, what's up? This is Construct 3. It's a compression problem. Stable compression. You know, no one ever says I'm not a Unity user. Okay. But no one ever comes in my stream or sends me an email or messages in Discord and says, oh, Unity just makes things so easy. Unity just does this perfectly. I love how Unity do this. They always say, make sure you do this, otherwise Unity will break. Or make sure you don't use this system. Or stay away from this system. Or optimize your whatever. That's all I hear about Unity. Granted, it's a very powerful piece of software. But I'm just saying, when I hear about it, it's like, it's never good. All right, we're picking the nearest unit enemy, in which case we would units set target. It would be unit enemy .uid. And then target UID. No, the enemy is target UID, my bad. Units. Definitely said that like when I wanted to make a platform, I realized collisions on platforms would be super complicated. Yeah, I get it. Maybe it's just because people like, when you get to the higher level of software development or game development, you stop appreciating the software and just start getting frustrated with it. Software is mostly GUI based. Yes, it's very hard to do anything other than just GUI based. I mean, you can code in JavaScript, but that's a little wonky. So yes. Okay, so this would set target to the nearest enemy, and then we'll do the same thing here, except we would pick the nearest player. Right. And then here we wouldn't pick the nearest player. We'd pick the nearest castle. All right, you guys see what I did there? That's game construct. Have you felt the upper limit? Oh, I've definitely felt the upper limit. But I made a super complex, procedurally generated, stealth hacking, turn-based, roguelike with crazy visual effects. And I was like, nope, Construct doesn't like this. This is my current game. I'll show you guys this real quick. In case you're interested. This is what I made in Construct. This game's gonna be on the Steam Demo Festival. I'll skip the cutscene a lot. Pick your units. It's an isometric turn-based tactical game. So, let me mute this. Sorry, it's very intense. But this, you know, this is something you can make a Construct. It's got a lot, you can do a lot of stuff with it. It's just, actually all my games are made in Construct. So just, if you want to Google, find any of my games. Is this Battleborn Tactics? Yes, it is. Battleborn Tactics. Oh my god, man. These bots. Oh. Yeah, I'm in the upcoming Steam Festival. I need to get my page in order. But yep, I'm excited. Actually, I gotta update this. This is way old too. Good times. It's been a struggle. I've been doing the game jam at the same time that we're doing we're trying to get Battleborn ready for the Steam Festival. And then we've got a lot of internal stuff we're working on. Okay, I'm in the middle of this whole AI thing. Hold on. brain space. Okay. We're building out an entire AI system in a visually based coding engine. You have any advice for Steam pages? I'm working on mine now. Well, that's a big question. The most basic stuff I can say is spend a lot of time on your capsule and your description. This is not going to be the one that launches. I'm having an artist do it. This, and these are the most important thing on your page. I would try to show different stuff in every screenshot if you can. I'm not doing a very good job of that here, but I will by the festival. I haven't had any content for this game at all. And I've put in about 200 hours in the past month or so. So I have a lot more stuff to show now that I can add here. Try to show a different thing in every screenshot. Really focus on this, make it solid, really get a good image. Okay, units, find target. What time's the jam finish on Monday? I'm in an Eastern Standard Time zone, and on Monday the jam finishes at 6 p.m. for me. So, okay, so all three of these call the function unit set target. It's just a different target. Once we have the target, then we say units, variable, set value. I always forget the shortcuts to move. Value. AI current target UID. We're going to say AI targets UID. And then we just need target UID. Boom. So that's the target. And then we pick the target. So we set their target, and then now we have to set their movement. And currently, when they spawn, where do we send them on their way? Just did the pathfinding the other day. Move unit. We can do that. So units find target. Set target. Move unit. Units UID. And instead of mouse X, it would be AI targets.x, AI targets.y. We'd move the unit there, and then just double check move unit does use the pathfinding system, right? No, I remember we did a workaround yesterday. I don't remember what the workaround was though, because only player moves right now. Uh-oh. This is part of the problem with doing so many things at once. It's not that you don't have the time to do the things, it's that I've needed all the RAM in my brain over the last 24 hours. So I don't remember where I was at even 24 hours ago. So the context switching takes a lot of time. So fun. Then doing it while talking out loud isn't the easiest thing either. Maybe it was in wave logic. Yeah, that's right, because the waves. So rather than, okay, I remember now. So rather than have the waves do the moves, we're going to have them find a target. These motherfuckers. Does that even work? Does anybody see those YouTube spam bots and be like, oh, okay, well, since the spam bot told me, I'm totally gonna go quick, because that seems trustworthy. So on pathfinding found, it moves along the path. I'm gonna take we're gonna copy this, and then we're gonna pick the last created enemy, but we're also gonna do find units find target unit enemy UID. Now we're unified in our AI system. So it's gonna find a target, and when it finds a target, it's a YouTube thing. They're all over the music streams I listen to as well. I know, but it's got to work for them to keep doing it, right? Like, They're not going to keep running the bots if they don't work. They'll grant you wishes. They're like genies. They got to come and spam your streams so that they'll, You know what's like I ran a marketing company for several years. And good marketing isn't about volume. A lot of people think, "Oh, well, I'll just do a billboard, right? And then it'll get a bunch of traffic to my whatever business." But a billboard is in front of every person imaginable. Men, women, children, like professionals, broke people, homeless people, everybody. So if you want good marketing, the trick isn't to get in front of everybody, it's to get in front of the exact person that you want. If you run a lawn care business, you don't want everybody. You want people with lawns that don't have lawn care, right? Because that way you don't waste money. And that whole bot strategy, I think, irks me because it's like, it doesn't make sense for marketing. It's like spam, like it's just spams everywhere. It's not targeted, and it doesn't seem profitable to me. I mean, I guess it's so cheap that it probably is profitable. It doesn't cost them anything. They just build these bots to spam. Nigerian prince scam. If enough people fall for it, the scam will continue. Yeah. Yeah, that's what those scams are based off of, right? Is like they send out 500,000 emails and they might get seven people and two scams out of it, right? But it didn't take a lot of effort to send out 500,000 emails to a stolen email list. That's what it's effort versus reward. It just sucks. I watch some of the scam YouTube channels. Kid Boga's great. Kid Boga is amazing. I've seen some other ones. I don't remember their names though. Okay. So we're actually bypassing pick nearest to units.x, units.y, unit set target. So we're actually not going to the castle, we're going to the spawn points. I forgot about that. And then the other part of that is we're not doing the pathfinding here, we're doing the pathfinding here. Let's stick to the castle for a sec, just to make this easy. AI targets.x, AI targets.y, plus a random amount, sure. So it'd be pathfinding to the target. But then we need the other AI. So now that we've normalized that system, we need this stuff here in our AI. On pathfinding found, we move unit, move along path. On pathfinding arrive, we stop the move animation, but we also set the state. So Jim Browning is my favorite. I think his name sounds familiar. I think I've seen some of his stuff. The YouTuber. Ranger, what up? Working on an AI pathfinding system for new peeps just coming in. Okay, so I hate working on big complex stuff like this because you can't test it in chunks. Kind of test it, but really, like, you need the whole thing running. We have our move system working, but other than that, Tech Dave, see you later, dude. So when the pathfinding is found, we move along path. Duh. When the pathfinding is arrived, oh, the other thing is when they set a target and they move along path, we also need to set their state there. And it's set state units UID. And then the state at this point, what did we say our states were? Moving, attacking, defending. No, combat or patrol. That doesn't make sense because we need these. We need one more. We need idle, moving, attacking, defending. Set AI action. Let's get rid of this. Where else do we set AI state? Idle, moving, attacking, defending. AI action by default is idle. We're also going to change this to AI state then. So if AI state equals idle, right? Units find target. Units find target goes through and it sets a target. The second it sets a target, we set the state to moving. AI state to state. So it's moving, and then when it actually this units.uid. It found a pathfinding path, which we also have to swap this out to units. Right, when on pathfinding found, move unit, move along path. I don't remember why these are separate. I guess we're not using pathfinding. Whatever, I'm gonna disable this stuff. Just put this here. Move along path. So move unit, Move unit itself should set the state. Move unit automatically sets the state to moving, right? On pathfinding arrived, which again we have to replace enemy with units. So on pathfinding arrived, we stop the move animation, but we also set the state. Looking for, we already have the target, right? But we have to make sure they can acquire the target. Looking for target. Let's add that to our state. Idle moving, looking for target. Attacking. Gabus, what up? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. So set unit state looking for target. So it's arrived. It's arrived where it's going, right? And then we set state. So in the actual state, so we'll say if variable state is equal to looking for target, for example, then we have a new function called attempt attack. And it'd be units UID and target UID. And units dot target. What do we call that? AI current target UID. So if its state is looking for target, then we attempt an attack. And the attack just makes sure that there's still a unit there. If attack is successful, then we change their state to attacking. If the attack is not successful, then we send them back to finding a target, basically. So one of two things. So find target, and its UID. And its UID. So either find target or attempting attack or set state attack. These two. Now we just got to figure out how to find the differentiator. So that means we actually have to build the combat system now. Attempt an attack. Do we already have a combat folder? I thought we did. No. Wave logic needs to be up near AI though. So let's go ahead and create a combat, add subgroup combat. So attempt attack goes in there. Put another one called attack. Unit attack. And I guess, can this return whether or not it's successful? I guess so, huh? So return is a number. Combat. AI, I keep forgetting to set categories for all these functions. Not a big deal in the beginning, but it makes a big deal out of later. Okay, attempt attack. And then we'll say compare two values. If unit are functions, unit needs an, well, duh, functions, unit attack. What is going on? Functions, unit attack is equal to 1. Else. So if the attack goes through, then we set the state to attacking. Otherwise, we find a new target. Okay, now we gotta write the attack. This is a rabbit hole of AI. How's everybody else doing? Everybody estimate for me in the chat the percentage you are complete with your project. I would estimate that I'm 50% done with my project. %, on my end. %, 25%, 30%. You guys can still do it though. I believe in you. I believe in you. All goes well today, about 90%. Learning a lot. 90% keeps reducing. That's the secret, Voidwalker. Just keep reducing game size. Look, you can make progress by cutting scope. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You can. All right, we're gonna do another cheaty hacky thing. Okay, you guys ready for this? I'm gonna create a new sprite. Be 128, 128. We're gonna make this red, and I'm gonna make circle. I'm going to guess the polygon shape. So that's going to be the polygon shape. Okay. We're going to scale this down to wherever I think is appropriate, like right around there. And we're going to call this combat hit. So when an enemy attacks, all they're going to do is they're going to spawn a circle. Okay. They're just going to spawn one of these. And then if this collides with another enemy, that enemy gets hit. That's it. That's the whole combat system. That's super cheaty, but that's, you know what? That works. So make it a little bit bigger so he's got range, right? And then your range stat, I guess, is going to affect how big this is, which would be cool if we get there. Fix some messy things and add the finishing cutscene. You got cutscenes in your game? You fancy. 20-30% variable on. You got the weekend. You can cut it in half, then you're 60%, right? And then you got the weekend. I believe in you. All right, and these are going to have a few variables. Origin UID. Our units UID from. Units UID from DMG, which is going to be the damage number. We're also going to add a team variable. Yeah. And then spawn combat hit is going to pick this unit by UID. Spawn. Combat hit. Player. We're going to set some variables from that. Combat hit is going to damage. We're going to hard code to 5 for right now. Units UID from is going to be units UID. Team is going to be team. Damage is going to be related to the actual enemy type, which we'll get to later. Maybe sort of generous, just panning camera across long panel, writing some messages to the screen. That's cool. That's smart. Like I showed you in my Battleborn Tactics game, the cutscene is just kind of a face, and then 2 arms come down and just touch his eyes. It's not much, but it's enough to get the story across. You know, I actually really like those cutscenes where it's just like an image that just kind of scrolls. Well, that's what you said you're doing, but I've seen them done really, really well. Okay, so spawn combat hit. Oh, how are we gonna check if it's effective then? Shit. Using my previous webtoon experience. Oh, sweet. That's cool. All right, so I guess on combat hit. Units UID. I guess we will pick last created combat hit. Let's see if it's overlapping anything. Overlapping AI targets and AI targets. Oh, UID. AI targets UID because units.ai current target. So if it's overlapping its current target, it's a 1. So return value to 1, otherwise it's a 0. So much to test here. Oh my god. Like, watch. We're gonna start this. It's not gonna work, and then I'm gonna have no idea where it doesn't work from. ETM, what up? Okay. Okay, so how are we gonna test this? So first of all, we've got to set all their states to idle, and we've got to set their AI targets. Okay, so when we spawn, let's go back to units then. Spawn unit. So when we're spawning a player, we're gonna, in addition to setting the team, we're also gonna set the AI targets. Right? All units buildings. So for the player, it's just units. Right? For the enemy, for now, let's say it's all. So then what should happen, theoretically, is every 3 seconds, every unit that has an AI state of idle, which they all start there, it finds a target. When it finds a target, enemy is also more complex than player. All right, let's just see what happens when we put a player. Oh my god, again. Don't feature it. Don't do that. My bad, guys. These bots, man, they're so bad. So bad. Can I report? There's just so many of them. That's the problem. There's so many of them. Paul, what's up, dude? Is there a hashtag for the game jam? There sure is. It's GDTV jam. There sure is. All right, let's see. Spawn one of our dudes. Press W. They should attack each other. Okay, they're not doing anything. So exactly what I said was gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. All right. Oh, because I disabled the start wave. Instead of start wave, spawn unit at mouse.x, mouse.y, and team between the enemy. So now we're gonna go boop, and we're gonna go boop. Oh, and they went towards each other. Well, they look like they're fighting. Are they fighting? I don't really know what they're doing. They look like they want to fight, but I don't really know. Yeah, maybe they're dancing. My first package for my submission was successful. Don't have plays right yet. Gonna test it now, but a package. Congrats. Breaking any rules, but I bought a few textures, but not from the asset store. Only use them in Blender, Photoshop, and Substance. Are they textures that you, like you're using them, you bought them and you're using them? Paid assets are not allowed in the jam. So only free stuff. But if it's like, if you're talking about Photoshop, like brushes in Photoshop or something like that, tools are allowed. This is how you woo a skeleton. I don't know what they're doing. I think they might keep trying to go to each other, but it's too accurate. Okay, so like any material, its substance would be a no-go. I don't use Substance, so I don't really know. But is that like a material in Unity or material in Blender? I think at the end of the day, we're not trying to rule shark people, right? We're not trying to rule shark people. We just want to make sure that nobody's violating any licenses, and we also want to make sure that people submit their source, so that everybody can learn from your project. So if you think you're legally okay, it's probably fine for materials and stuff. But generally paid assets, you know. All right, so this brings up a good thing. So if we need to basically end their path early if they collide with their target. Yeah, you're probably fine, PC. Like I said, we're not going to rule shark people, but like we just want to make sure that you're not illegally distributing anything you can't distribute, and people can learn from your source when you submit it. You're fine. Okay, so we're going to say units is moving along path, and units collision, another object, and that object is an AI target. And let's swap these around. What do you mean I can't move? All right, we'll put this under there then. Is moving along path on collision with AI targets. If compared to values, AI targets.uid is equal to units.ai current target UID. So basically that's its target. We probably, no, you know what? If it's a valid target, we probably want you to swap targets if you collide with them, right? So if I'm going to fight enemy B way off in the distance, but I collide with enemy A, I probably would just want to start hitting enemy A, right? If that happens. So on collision with any AI targets. But how are we going to differentiate them? By team? Okay, let's not worry about that right now. Let's get this working. AI targets.uid units. So if that's the target you wanted, then you stop moving along your path, and you attempt an attack immediately. AI targets.uid. Okay, so let's see if they continue to dance now. Boop, boop. Okay, so they are, but then they collide. Huh. Okay, I think this is a stating problem because we're not changing the state properly, right? So if it's idle, we find a target. When we find a target, we set target. When we set target, we should set their state. Oh, we don't set their state. Oh, we set their state in move unit. But we should also set it when they're looking for path. So when we set a target, wait, oh, we move unit twice. Maybe that's part of it. Okay, let's try that. No, they're still trying to get to each other's position. Oh, the other part of this is it's random. Hit an exact target. That would fix it. They're never stopped. They're just constantly circling the drain with each other. Oh no, he stopped. But now he's looking for another target. You guys want to just switch from a combat simulator to a skeleton dancing simulator? He stopped. Man, I don't want to be embarrassed of this game. Come on now. I got 3 days. I do think this game's going to come together a lot once we have AI in it, though. Because then it's just about spawning waves. And they can fight each other. Okay. Dance with skeletons, I'm down. I mean, we could do a skeleton. Alyssa and I almost, for a game jam, we almost made a skeleton dating simulator called Jumping Bones. Almost. We almost did the thing. Okay, we need to debug this to see what's happening. So let's go units. We have no units, so we'll hit a spawn and we'll hit a W. So what is the state? So moving. The state's just always moving. That's the problem. That's my secret, Cap. I'm always moving. AI targets units all. Current AI target is 12. And my UID is not. Oh, his target is the building, isn't it? Wait a second. So this is our guy. UID 115. Targeting units. My current target is 123. This is that guy. His UID is 123. So his target. So my target is correct because I'm going for him. But his target is 12. I'm not 12. But I'd be willing to bet the castle's 12. Yup, the castle's 12. Okay. So that explains a little bit about the dance. Okay. But his target... Where's the spawn units again? So for now, let's get rid of all targets to just units. See if we can eliminate the dance. Let's see. Okay, sort of. My guy didn't move at all, though. Why not? Now it's just turned into a skeleton orgy. It's just... Okay. We belong together. Oh, game development, man. Maybe those YouTube bots should come back in. Maybe they knew what we were doing all along, and they thought it was relevant to the content we were creating. Okay, so they do... Let me take out my stop code then and see if it still works without this. Because they do stop. So we'll start with one dude and one bad dude. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is the problem, is they go to each other's old positions. So they have to, when they... Should we periodically recheck their path, I guess, then? Right? Like... They eventually find each other, but y'all saw the weirdo shit that just did. Yeah, so they do need to stop when they find each other. But the other part of that is when every 3 seconds, when we set them, we're also going to do an every 1 second for each unit well, let's do the AI state is moving. AI state is moving. Well, I guess this would make sure that it's still the closest unit, right? Let's see if that messes things up. Let's actually do 1 and 1, and then we'll do 2 and 2. Yeah, okay, so they found each other right away with that. Because every second it's checking their path again. Let's try this one more time. Let's see. Now it's red. This is literally a dance party now. And this guy's just doing his own thing in the corner. I just made it more of a skeleton dance party. That's what I did. Oh wait, he's like, no, maybe. He's shy. He was shy, but now he joined. Yes, we made him a dancer. We made his life right there. Did you see that? He wasn't sure. He wasn't sure. And then he joined the dance party orgy. Oh, good times. Why did I ever take a break for game development? Okay. Oh, man. This doesn't work for shit, but at least it's entertaining. Turns out my AI knowledge is not that great. Oh, okay. That's fun. The other thing is they're... Okay. Let's see. Let's start some other dance parties. Okay, so hopefully this will clear up once we start damaging people and they start dying. Oh, you know what? They're never actually triggering the attacks. Right? Because if they trigger attacks, it starts spawning these combat hits. So they're never actually getting to the point where they're triggering attacks. Which means they never end their target. Attempting attack. Because right here, when they stop, theoretically, they should attempt an attack right there. And if they attempt an attack... Unless one of these UIDs isn't valid anymore. You know what else too? I never really know how this works. So real quick, I'm just going to create a variable called value. And rather than use the actual function value, value return value equals 0. I don't know if that returns it right away or returns it at the end of the function. And we want it to always equal 0 at first. And then if the attack fails, finds a target. So the attack must be continually failing. Maybe that's... No, because it would spawn a combat hit at least. And we'd be able to see they are visible, right? Initially visible. They're on a visible layer. We spawn them on player layer. So they should be visible. Mouse cursor not showing the menu starts, fixed, repackage, everything should work. Sweet, ETM, congrats on that, dude. Do you see how they course corrected and... Okay, so this is almost working. It doesn't look like it is, but it's almost working. It's just, I think we need... Their attacks aren't triggering for some reason. Attacks are not triggering. But we'll figure that out. Anyway, that's an hour and a half from me. So I will leave you guys in silence to go ahead and finish your jam. If you're watching the stream right now, please submit your game by Monday. Even if you don't think it's ready, even if you don't think you can pull it off, even if you think people are not going to like it, just submit, man. You get a free course. You know, you get a free course. It's cool. Do it. So you lovely people have a fantastic evening. I'm going to maybe work on some AI stuff off stream. Maybe. Get something done. Avocado fire. Yes, it's over. I'm sorry. Appreciated you coming, though. You can watch the restream on YouTube, I think. Good night, Lisa. Good night, Maya. Stim, Michael, Paul, Avocado, Gabus, ETM, Vagabond, Calming Music Laboratory, Void Walker. Good night, everybody. Have a good night. David, Jeffrey, everybody. See you.